day 53. Okay. My hair is just like doing its own wavy thing today, so I'm just gonna fucking do this. I don't know. Okay, this works. Let's just But when I like curl my hair, like, or wave it up with the straightening iron to how it turns out later on in the day, it's always different. It always just does its own thing. So I never know. Sometimes it looks amazing, and other times it has these like weird little flippy thingies happening, and I don't know. Okay, I think we found a happy medium right now. Okay. Hi. So today was, oh my god, it was so good. Oh, so good. Makes me so happy. Basically, so I woke up this morning and I was like, kind of had this like inspiration to take photos at home, and that's usually what happens when I honestly take my best shoots. So, backstory. Rewind a little bit. So when I started building my business as a coach, like especially here on Instagram, you need content. And that was like one of the things I remember struggling the most. And in the beginning I had, I would ask friends, and then I had like certain friends back in Montreal that we would go on like photo shoots together. And if you are watching this, you know who you are. Or I've had friends who like are just like, Julie, I'm like gonna be your photographer, and they're like, do this, do that. And it was great, like I had that. But then as I moved out west, I still needed content. And even during my trip across Canada, I wanted to take pictures of myself. So I got a tripod. And so I started using a tripod mostly during the trip and taking like photos with like, me sightseeing, and it was more landscape style photos. And then I moved out west, and I was like, okay, I still need to like build like my Instagram. And so building my business as a coach from the start, it wasn't always that I was able to afford a photographer, or sometimes like I was able to do like some shoots with some photographers that they would charge me a very low amount, and I was like, I'm really grateful for them. Or like other times like an exchange of service or some offered, but it didn't happen all the time, like, right? So like I would get like those 10 photos and I was like, perfect, like those 10 photos can last me for a certain amount. But then I still needed my own content. And in terms of like landscape photos, like I have plenty of those because that's one thing I love to do, is I love taking landscape photos, and I love editing in Lightroom. For me, Lightroom is like, it's so much fun. I can sit in Lightroom all day. And so I started getting more creative with taking photos of myself with my tripod. And obviously in the beginning, it was many, like the first few times, like I remember only like probably getting like 1 or 2 good photos. I was like such awkward faces, like I'm trying to do like smiley ones, and then I look like I'm trying too hard, or I do a serious one and I look like I'm depressed, but like super depressed. Like it just didn't, like, it wasn't the tone I wanted to convey. But I kept practicing because I needed content. Practicing over. And then I, like, as I moved out here to Tofino, like I started like planning my shoots more when it felt right for me. Now I would take a bunch and then use those for a certain period of time. And then there was other times where I didn't have any, but I didn't felt inspired to take photos. And so I just wouldn't post, and that's okay too. Like I trust the ebb and flow of my business and like my content and what I'm meant to post. And so the last time I did a shoot for myself was back in December. And I was like, those are the most recent ones that you'll see, like the ones with me on the beach. And that was also a day I woke up and I was like, I'm like super inspired to take photos of myself. Like I really want to. It was a sunny day and I like knew exactly what beach to go to. And I went there and like I went up in the dunes, which was like sand dunes, which was like much quieter. And at this point, having done so many at home photo shoots with just me and my camera, I've gotten really comfortable with my camera. Really comfortable. So that was like an incredible shoot. Like that shoot was so much fun. And now after that shoot was when I discovered my new editing style, which is like a sepia tone. And in that moment, I realized there was a pivot. I was like, oh my God. Because before I would do color, landscape, and then a black and white like photo of myself. And so after that shoot in December, I was like, oh, sepia. And it was just like, I just like tweaked it a little bit, like the black and white, but like tweaked it with more sepia tone. I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this. And so that sparked that editing style. So that's like my new editing style. And I felt like it was like, I'm like, oh, I'm stepping into that higher version of myself. I'm stepping into that like next level of my business. But it was subtle. It was subtle because it was just the photos. And then January, February happened, bunch of crazy stuff with my living situation, dealing with my own shadows and my own basically dark night of a soul, which was what it was. If you look at the previous video, that's what I was taught. I explained what dark night of a soul is. And so now I'm coming out of this dark night of a soul period, seeing things differently, sharing differently on here as well, sharing other truths and other things that I'm passionate about to be like kind of in this space. And so I am seeing a shift within myself. I am seeing a shift within who I am, a shift like it just kind of like I just know. And so this morning I was like, I'm inspired to shoot. And the photos are next level. I even look at the photos and I was like, who is this? Who's this person? Because even I was shocked. I was like, wow, like, shit, I look good. And so I'm excited to share them with you. They're a little bit like, they're fun. So there is some, I call it like, it was like the naughty and nice style photo shoot. So some like sweet, innocent, fun ones, but still me. And then we got into a little bit of the naughty side. So, but still me and still who I am. It doesn't change me. It is just showing you who I am. And so I cannot wait to share them with you. I'm not sure what caption's going to go under each one, which I think that's going to be exciting. That's going to be really cool to see what lands under each photo. But they are legit next level. Like, they're, like, I'm shocked at myself. Like, I'm shocked at my own photos. They're really awesome. They are, like, I'm still processing them. And then I edit them with the new editing style, my sepia tone, and they look so amazing. So amazing. So, basically, all in all to say in terms of this is that, you know, if you struggle getting content for your social media and you cannot at this point hire a photographer, which is okay, get yourself like a tripod. And at least start first with your phone, because today's phones, like the Samsung Galaxies and the iPhones, take amazing photos. So grab a tripod. Pretty sure you can get one off Amazon for like, phone ones are like $20, not expensive, and start there. And I think there is one, there is one of my friends who does, kind of like, she does have a course, I believe, or a program on how to get comfortable in front of the camera with just yourself, like with just your tripod. And her name is Lisa. She's, you can find her, it's like _golden_brand. And so she does that. So you can see how she teaches you to become comfortable in front of the camera if you are looking for a little bit of guidance. But I haven't done it, but I've seen the results of like the women that have done it in her group, which are amazing. And so I wanted to kind of like share that because she is going to do my photo shoot on April 6th. And that's going to be fun because it's going to be a virtual photo shoot. So that'll be really cool to share with you those photos as well as the photos I took today. But there is something special about taking photos of yourself with your own camera. And it's like learning to be comfortable with yourself and then seeing the photos of yourself, and it's another form of self-love. That's the best way to describe it. And like, honestly, I love my photos today. Like, holy shit, I look hot. Like, look good. So anyways, just wanted to share that. And it just kind of shows also like my growth in an evolution through this time of like, you know, taking photos of myself and how comfortable I've become in front of the camera and just being me and just like letting me out and not being so like rigid. I think before I didn't think I was rigid. I didn't think I was like that, but it's what kind of showed because like none of the poses like landed the way I wanted to land. And today they landed. They fucking landed. And they're so good. And I can't wait. There is like one preview right now in my story. And then the other preview is currently in my profile photo. So if you're curious to see like what came up. But you'll see a post about them soon. I'm going to be posting because I'm too excited and I want to share with you all of them. Anyways, so thanks for watching for those who joined live, and I will see you tomorrow on day